G'day guys, I'm 37 weeks pregnant. I thought it was time I started to get organised for baby number 2. So I'm going to organise the newborn clothes, Capsule and Pram. So starting off with the newborn baby clothes, I didn't do this last time. This time I'm going to use this over the door shoe hanger to put the baby's clothes on, so it's easy for both me and hubby to just grab an outfit and we're good to go. Yes, this over the door shoe hanger has some Christmas items up the top. I've used this the last 2 years as my toddler advent calendar, so I'm just going to keep those there because I'll use them again this year, I reckon. With my first, she was a very spewy baby, so we went through a lot of clothes. So it ended up being we just use the same clothes each time. They kind of wash, then they go back to the top of the pile and then go again. So this time I wanted to have a bit of variety. We don't know if we're having a boy or a girl. So we've kept the clothes in these storage boxes that I got from the reject shop for $7, and I made sure to label them really clearly with newborn clothes, or as they get bigger I've got size 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 0, so it's very easy to find what I need. And so I started off with the onesies, which we found most easiest when she was a little baby, was just to have her in onesies. So I thought I'd put that in the shoe holder, but it wasn't long before I realised we had that many onesies. The whole shoe holder, which is 24 slots, would have just been onesies. So I've run out of, there's long sleeve onesies, and then I start getting to short sleeve ones. So I'm actually going to change tact because I think I would rather this for outfits, so if we're going out then hubby knows what to grab. While I'm getting these onesies out, in the pink box I'm putting girls stuff and in the blue one I'm putting boys. This took me ages, I must admit, but it was so lovely just remembering all these newborn clothes and when my daughter wore them. It was a real special trip down memory lane. And to think some of these clothes she fitted into that were like size 5 zeros. She was so little. And the gender neutral I've just left in the pink box. So I have a lot of clothes. So last time I managed to find this thrift shop that had fill a plastic bag for 50 cents, and we weren't sure if we're having a boy or a girl either, so I've got lots of clothes for both genders here. So I started to quickly split the clothes into pants, tops, long sleeve, then I just kept going like that. There was 2 boxes full of clothes, so it took a little while. And then finally I found these little t-shirts that I remember last time didn't even wear. So I was stoked to find these because I knew I had some little boy t-shirts that never got worn. Last time I ended up having a Caesar, so I was in hospital for a few days, so I packed lots of clothes this time in the hospital bag. I remember Dave having to come home and get more because we ran out. Then in the end, I then filled the blue tub full of boys' clothes that were bigger than a newborn and the pink tub with the girls' clothes, using these gift tags that I use everywhere. I bought them off Alibaba 5 or more years ago, so I'm using those to label them. So it's really easy for either of us to find what we need. So starting from the top, I've got long sleeve with studs, and these are gender neutral, short sleeve with studs. The next row, t-shirts, mittens, lots and lots of mittens that I picked up from op shops last time, socks, and singlets with studs, and singlets, and finally some pants. Baby initially is going to be in our room while I'm breastfeeding, so we've got the bassinet there, the onesies set up, and then the excess clothes, so the blue box and the pink box, just put it in the cupboard. So these are the baby's clothes for the hospital. So down one end I've got the girls' clothes, in the middle I've kind of got gender neutral, and then down the other end I've got boys' clothes, and they consist of outfit and as well as a few hats. Alrighty, so that's the baby's clothes sorted. So next I want to move on to setting up the pram as well as the capsule. I've taken out the bassinet attachment for the pram that we've kept in a cupboard, and in it contained bottles for expressing as well as breastfeeding, as well as the capsule insert, which we will definitely need. This is the excess City Select attachment. So following the instructions, I'm going to put these down this end to make it a bit higher. Now what I had kind of thought is by putting the toddler seat at the front and then the bassinet attachment. However, as you'll see, that didn't work at all because it does not fit. And it wasn't one of the options, I must admit, but I just thought that kind of made sense to me. That's how I'd like to have it sit. So then I followed the instructions by turning it in, but I cannot see my toddler wanting to just face the other way. That's not going to happen, but it did sit well that way. So going back to the City Select pictures, the other option is if I want the toddler seat facing forward, then I need to put the capsule on. So that's the one I'm going to go for. It's been well over a year since I've used this bassinet, so I'm just doing a refresher on how you clip it in, because we're going to be using that a fair bit, I think. That's the excess City Select seat that we're just going to store while the bassinet is set up. And then I bought these click and go receivers so that I could use it with our Unity capsule on the City Select. It doesn't just automatically click in, I needed another attachment. So this is them, I'm going to attach them in. Get out the capsule. Now we stored the capsule under the house, and when I get it out I can see that it is filthy, and we obviously just put it away last time because we were storing it under the house. So I'm going to take this off and give it a wash. While I'm at it, I'm going to wash the toddler seat as well and then hang it out to dry. It doesn't actually go on second. I have to put the capsule on first before putting the toddler seat on. Using the method spray, which is Apple Orchard, I'm going to give the capsule a bit of a clean. I'm so glad I've done this now before the baby comes. Alrighty guys, I am happy. I've worked out how the pram's going to go with the capsule and the toddler seat. If I'm just using the bassinet, I'm just going to have that on and not worry about having the toddler seat as well. Depending on where we're going, she might walk or be on her trike or bike. Organised the newborn clothes and got the capsule ready to go in the car. Thanks heaps for watching guys. Won't be long now, 37 weeks. Bye!